We're back for another video on the ARK Fjordur map. Today I'm going to be showing you the best ways to farm element on the map. Let's not mess around and let's get straight into it. First method we are going to talk about is element dust. Element dust is a resource in the game that can be harvested and gathered in many different ways. So the way element dust works is you can unlock unstable element at level 58, and once you have 1,000 element dust in your inventory, you can craft one unstable element. This will spoil into normal element. So it's a cheap and decent way to find some element without actually fighting any bosses. However, we are going to focus on one way that is by far the best way to gather a lot of element dust, and that is through Gachas. The way Gachas work, once you have tamed yourself a Gacha, they will produce a selection of random resources for you. You can only see what resources they can produce once you have tamed them. You can view this by accessing their inventory. On the wheel you'll find production, and this is where you'll find what selection of resources you can produce. They can only produce one resource at a time from whichever one you select on the wheel. And finding a Gacha with element dust will probably take a long time, but it is worth it in the long run if you can manage to do so. But once you do, it will be the easiest method of farming element dust in the game, as they can produce quite a decent amount of it from the Gacha crystals that they produce. The way they work, you don't want to put more than one male and female together. If you add more next to them, they will become sad, and we don't want that. Once you have your pair of Gachas, you just got to make sure they have a nice supply of food in their inventory. I just ran them full of stone as it's cheap and easy to gather. However, if you want to boost the quality and quantity of loot, you'll be wanting to park 2 snow owls or more in front of your Gachas, so that when the snow owls poop, the Gachas will pick up their snow owl pellets. This is one of the best foods for them, or if you have a decent amount of plant species Y traps at your disposal, you can feed them those. They do seem to like that as food also. And now over time they will begin to make you Gacha crystals. All you have to do is pick them up once in your inventory, press the action button to open them, and let the element dust party commence. The Gacha's crafting skill stats can be leveled for more quantities and better qualities of loot. Leveling up to 160 will be great for producing resources, and anything above 160 is great for producing better qualities of loot. Second method is going to be through boss fights. You do get rewarded with a lot of element for doing these boss fights. Of course, you don't get too much on Gamma. However, the Gamma Dragon does give you quite a decent amount. Same with the new Fjordur boss, which I don't even want to try and pronounce. And of course, beating any of these bosses on Gamma difficulty will reward you with the Tech Replicator Engram, which is of course big in the game for being able to craft element, which will lead us on to the next method. Next method is going to be through farming element shards on the map. There are quite a few nice locations to farm element shard. I will stick a link in the description of the video and in a pinned comment on a element shard location video I have uploaded. This is by far the best way to craft element without having to fight bosses. But of course you need to fight bosses to unlock the replicator. Once you have a replicator, you can craft element for days. It only takes 100 element shard to craft one element, so it's far more efficient than making element from element dust in your inventory. The final method is going to be through defeating any of the 3 world mini bosses around the map. These mini bosses are a great way to gain yourself a nice amount of element without the hassle and the prep of going for a main boss. Each mini boss will drop 30 element once defeated, Hattie and Skull dropping 15 each. Steinborn the Rubble Bear, by far the most difficult mini boss. His terminal can be found in the western part of Jotunheim, in a cave located at 77.5 latitude, 30.8 longitude. Hattie and Skull the Wolf Twins, their terminal can be found in the northeastern part of Asgard, located at 20.5 latitude, 37.3 longitude. Beyla the Giant Queen Bee, her terminal can be found in a cave located at 4.4 latitude, 47.3 longitude on the main Fjordur map. This is by far the easiest mini boss out of the 3, and it is the one I'm going to be quickly showcasing in this video. I will stick a link in the description of the video and in a pinned comment on a boss terminal location video that I have previously uploaded. You can defeat Beyla with a tamed high level Giga. As you can see from this video, we managed to kill Beyla with mediocre stats and a primitive saddle. She did take quite a bit of health off us, but still that's quite good going for defeating a boss with just a tame creature. And those are going to be the 4 best ways to farm that glorious element on the map of Fjordur. Hope the video is helpful to you all. I'll catch you all in the next one. Take care. Goodbye.